Okay, it's 4:01, Monday, July 31st, and we will call the Finance Committee meeting of the Augsburg Bridge and Port Authority to order with our business items. And the purpose of this meeting is to go over the June 2023 financials. Patty to do that for us.
All right. We can start with the statement of financial position, our balance sheet, our regular accounts receivable of 319 is, we're still holding steady. About 90% of our open AR is either current or 1 to 30 days. So we're still holding well on that. Our accounts payable, we have split out into regular, AEAS, retirement, and project. We don't have the retirement bill yet. The estimate is available. I haven't looked at it though. Out of the project accounts payable, we have paid $104,000 to McFarland Johnson. We borrowed from ourselves to see how long the process will take. There are some additional steps when you work through New York State DOT, I gather. And this is to see how long it will be taking us to get reimbursed. So we use some of the money we were going to use to pay retirement just to get the process moving. We have one bill outstanding in Contour. Actually, that bill has been paid. It was paid last Friday. If we look on the second page of those top 5 vendors for accounts payable, only the fuel and the health plan were paid in July. Nothing else was paid. And we have 3 payrolls in the month of August, so we have to be very careful with our payable money for the month. Any questions on the statement of financial position? If not, we'll move on to, okay, we'll move on to the budget to actual. The fuel sales deficit on income will continue to be there as no fuel was purchased by our AEAS flights in May, and it's just going to take us time to bring that money back in. They didn't buy as much as they usually do for the month of June, so we're still somewhat at a deficit. AEAS income, the June invoice was not posted until July. It should have been posted June 30th, which is why you see the under budget there. But the bill did come in. I'm looking at our industrial park revenue. We have a small deficit there. I have to look and see, quickly looking at that, I didn't notice that we were missing any of our tenants, but I don't know if we put in too big of a increase into the budget that is causing that slight decrease in funding. The marine terminal, what makes up about half of that marine terminal overage is the interest we're receiving on the funds that we're holding. Under expenses, our bridge salary, our maintenance department is over budget. I'm looking further into this line item because I don't see why it should be over budget. So we have to look into that and see what the problem is there. Under maintenance expense, we had some safety training that was not budgeted, but it came from MB Safety Consulting, so I'm wondering if that actually belonged to the airport because MB usually does airport work for us. Other than that, we go down, we know pretty well what all the expenses are in the airport. They haven't changed much from last month. And the industrial park is still, expenses are doing well. They're still under budget, except for the general expense, and that is the FTZ that wasn't budgeted. Our employee benefits under the marine terminal, the non-working ILA are what's causing the unemployment overage there. And our airport, our maintenance expenses for the marine terminal have actually gone down by a smidge, so they're still what we had for it last month. Any specific questions on the budget to actual?
No, my only comment is I don't know how, if this AEAS doesn't swap that out, it goes in anything.
Yes.
Because it's such a big number.
It does, and
It's in and out money.
it is. And what will happen in July is we will actually see 2 AEAS incomes, but that will bring our year-to-date numbers together.
Any questions, Sam? No.
Then we can take a look at our cash flow. We anticipate in August receiving some of the reimbursement for the grant portion of our capital expenses to come back in August. We are paying for the partial on parts 3 and 4 of the Chrissy grant. Then you'll notice that there's some port operating and rental fees. They have gone up substantially in August and September. In October, that is due to some early salt shipments. However, those early salt shipments are only moving the deficit out further, because we had originally planned for them to come in November, or the payments for them to come in October and November. So we're just swapping funding at this point. Everything else is remaining fairly steady, but it's just we don't have the income coming in that we had hoped to get.
Any other questions or comments?
Nope.
Anything new, Patty? More? Nothing? No, I assume staff is working on trying to figure out what we talked about it several. So, all right.
Yeah.
That'll take us to other such matters. Do you have anything there?
Yeah, just, you've met with the governor's office and discussing,
Um,
not in super detail, but
Right, we had the opportunity, when did we go down, last week?
Friday.
Friday of last week, we went down and met some of the members from the governor's office. We did have an initial discussion, and we're going to continue that discussion with our monthly governor's office call. And we're putting together a simple document to show where things are, where they say the toll revenue has not come back, yet certain expenses are over what we had anticipated, things of that nature, to do some bulleting high points for going forward with them.
Good. Anything else come forward the meeting?
Nope.
I entertain a
I move that we adjourn.
second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned.